3 frightening coyote attacks in Rockville captivated the region. A woman and her dog, then a 12-year-old boy, and another adult this afternoon. And tonight, we've learned police killed that coyote during a hunt in the woods. ABC 7's Montgomery County reporter Kevin Lewis is outside animal control in Durwood. And Kevin, all of these residents were told to stay inside for hours while the search was on.
And Michelle, veteran police officers tell me this was unlike any call they have ever been on. Coyotes, they are notorious for keeping a low profile. In some cases, they will attack dogs, but it is extremely rare for them to bite humans, let alone 3 in one day. A shelter in place across 3 Rockville neighborhoods, not because of a criminal, but rather a coyote.
He's running towards the senior center, shot twice.
Around 10 this morning, the female animal attacked a 59-year-old woman and her dog during a walk on Winder Court near Montgomery College. Then at 3:30, the coyote mauled a 12-year-old boy in these woods. Less than an hour after that, it bit a woman in the King Farm neighborhood.
I needed a U.S. Park or I need MSP helicopter.
Police, some on ATVs and others armed with long guns, set up a perimeter.
When Charlie Bell shot fired. I hit him twice, but he's still running.
Shortly before 5, officers cornered, shot, and killed the wild animal.
Somebody texted me saying, somebody got bit by a coyote, so I was like, wow.
Michael Hemmick is friends with the second victim.
We live in Rockville, Maryland, stuff doesn't really happen like this around here. I mean, knock on wood, especially knowing the kid.
According to the DNR, coyotes were first spotted in Maryland back in 1972. They can now be found statewide, with the largest population in the western mountainous counties. The average adult coyote weighs 35 pounds, though some can grow as big as 60 pounds.
I'm just stunned.
Rockville residents reminded that nature isn't always predictable.
I walk that trail every day, twice a day, and it's a very popular trail that kind of divides the 2 neighborhoods. So I'll definitely be a little more guarded from here on out.
Well, the coyote's body was taken here to Montgomery County Animal Services. State officials will now test it for rabies. Those results should be back within a few days. As for the 3 victims, they are in the hospital recovering. The one victim's dog now in quarantine for observation. We're live in Durwood. I'm Kevin Lewis, ABC 7 News.
Kevin, thank you very much. Now, few of us can remember anything like this happening, so 7 is on your side with what to do if you come face to face with a coyote. First of all, make loud noises and wave your arms. You're bigger, and that's most likely going to scare off that coyote. Now, if you're with a pet, pick it up or pull it back on the leash and move away. Also, call 911 once you're at a safe distance. And one reason attacks like this are so rare, these animals are nocturnal, and you are much more likely to see one this time of the night.
Did you see this by chance? Watch closely. It's going to light up the sky. And just, ooh, do you see it right there at the bottom of the screen? It's what millions of people saw early this morning. A meteor lit up the sky. The American Meteor Society, yes, there's such a thing, they classified this as a fireball. Duh. Basically, it's just a very bright meteor. That's what it is. The fireball was seen as far west as Chicago, as far north as Toronto, and as far south as the Carolinas. Now, something the size of a softball can actually make that kind of flash. They do suspect, however, this might have been just a smidge bigger, but not much. You can read more about the meteor at WJLA.com, and you can click on the Stormwatch 7 weather blog while you're there, and you can chime in with your own photos or videos. Perhaps maybe you captured it. It was really cool. I got to see that video from the windshield of a trucker that just happened to be going along, and he was talking on the CB, and you hear him say, "Whoa, did anybody else see that?"
A food business that started in a dorm room at Howard University led to food trucks and then soon a new restaurant. ABC 7 DC Bureau Chief Sam Ford shows us how the truck owners are thriving despite the pandemic, and it's only on 7 tonight.
Food trucks used to be a constant part of the scene in D.C., but since COVID hit, this one at 11th and H Northeast is among the few left.
I come here all the time. It's always busy. I live right around the corner.
They call their truck Jerk at Night. Jerk chicken and other Jamaican food. One of the owners, Kadeem Todd, said they started in a dorm room at Howard University, cooking and delivering to students, advertising on social media. That was 2015.
It grew into a food truck, and that was around 2017, 2018 time.
Eric,
Eventually, 2 trucks. They say they had moved around the city, but even before COVID, decided to park here.
Oh, our loyal customers, that really is it. Like, we have a lot of loyal customers.
Spicy beef patty, yeah.
They say they've thrived in the pandemic because they're different from other trucks.
They weren't trying to create a brand around their food. I feel like we made a concerted effort to always reach out to our customers and make them follow us on social media.
He's a Howard grad, Omega frat brother.
I live in Virginia, but every time I'm in D.C., I come to the food truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that good, huh?
Yeah, I love Jerk at Night.
And now they've acquired this storefront where they park, and they're turning it into a Jerk at Night restaurant.
So while it's often a restaurant sending out a food truck, in this case it's a food truck, then a second food truck, and soon to be a restaurant. They say they hope to open here late next month.
7 on your side tonight, getting answers for Fairfax County teachers. They say they have to let the school district know by tomorrow evening if they plan to return to the classroom or not.
Their options: request medical leave, take unpaid leave, resign, or retire. But some teachers with health conditions who requested medical leave still have not heard if they have to return. ABC 7 Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Tim Barber brought these concerns to school leaders.
If they make you go back, will you go back?
No. These teachers came to 7 on your side for help and asked us not to show their faces because they're worried their jobs are on the line.
I just don't think that this is safe from any angle.
They're just 2 of more than 100 teachers telling the Fairfax Education Association they have health conditions, but still don't know if school leaders will force them to teach in person.
I just can't take that chance this time. I really cannot.
When you found out that you might have to go back in person, what was your reaction?
I was absolutely mortified, not just for myself, but I know I have coworkers who have lots of various health concerns. Now I'm sitting here months and months and months later, wondering what tier I am officially. Even though I know I'm likely tier 1, I don't know where I sit in this whole situation.
7 on your side asks Fairfax County school leaders what's taking so long. FCPS tells us it regrets anxiety felt by these staff members and their families. But the school district's HR team is individually processing a record-breaking nearly 2,000 requests for accommodations under the American with Disabilities Act. They say due to the high volume, FCPS acknowledges that this has been a time-consuming process and that employee requests that have been identified as priority for immediate staffing needs in the short term have been or are being processed.
I'm honestly very much considering either resigning or using that leave of absence because that's the decision that we've been given.
At this time, I really can't do this to my family, to myself.
Big decision and not much time to make it. Tim is live now at the Fairfax County School District headquarters in Falls Church. So, Tim, what's next in the process for the teachers that you talked to?
School leaders here say they have to verify these health conditions first. Then the supervisor talks to HR and they have to figure out if these workers can work virtually or not. We put the school district's full statement on WJLA.com. Michelle.
All right, Tim, thank you for that live report from Falls Church. 7 is on your side as several schools in our area make plans to bring students back to the classroom, with special education students returning first. We have a breakdown of each district's status. It's all there for you on WJLA.com right on the homepage.